This is my very first video regarding the 920 EMA strategy. In it, I'm just going to explain the basics, the core rules that must be applied in order to help you identify, pretty much how to use this strategy on an intraday basis. So just pull up this chart I've pulled up is CPN, and it is from April 26. The only indicators that I used are the 9 EMA, which is in blue, and the 20 EMA, which is in gold. And I've also got volume below the screen, but that's not important. All you need are, you just need a 5-minute chart with these two EMAs. So the premise, the whole concept, the idea of this 920 is looking for a potential bounce entry following a pullback. Always, you can use this on any stock, preferably the higher priced stocks because there's more volatility, and ones that trade for millions. So with that being said, again, stocks over 20 and volume in the millions. You look at a stock that's having an uptrend in the morning. The cleaner the uptrend, the better. Don't go for any ones that are real, roller coaster-ish. The cleaner the setup, the better. So part one is just looking for this uptrend. And then of course it's going to pull back. Of course, you've got fresh shorts, profit takers. Maybe it's hit a moving average on a daily chart. Regardless, it's going to pull back. And the thing about this 920 is you're determining based on a set of rules if there's an opportunity for you to get in on an entry and write it up for another round. So here's how it goes. Let me get this editor out. Give me a second. So the first thing that must occur is you need to have a candle, and I call this the dip candle. You need to have a dip candle that closes between the 9 and the 20 EMA. Alright, this one's not working, so I'll just do a little pointer aligned to it, which would be this guy right here. That's your dip candle. Because the close is between the 9 and the 20. It's sandwiched in between. So when I see something like that, it tells me immediately, okay, it's possible that the 920 strategy, it's going to trigger here. It might not happen immediately, but it's going to happen. So how does it work? The height of this candle represents your entry, or 1 cent above it. So let's say this candle is what? The dip candle is 21.75, which means your entry is going to be it's going to be 21.76. Okay, that's going to be an entry. And normally when I see this happen, I immediately I place a buy stop at 21.76. Whoops. There we go. All right. So I've got this locked in on my platform. The order's already, it's already sent. Now it's time to see if it goes back over 21.76. In this case, this was a successful scenario because it did go over 21.75. It triggered right there. This is what I call the trigger candle when the play actually initiated. This is trigger candle. All right. So now, before moving on, what is the stop going to be? The stop will be based on the candle prior to the trigger candle, which is this guy right here. I guess I'll call this the determining stop candle. Which in this case will be, it's about maybe 21. So the candle itself is 21.71, but you want to put your stop at 1 cent below. Actual low for the candle is 21.71. Therefore, you place the stop 1 cent below, hence 21.70. So now your entry is 2176 and your stop is 2170. You know the risk is immediately defined. You've got what, 6 cent risk. So now you pretty much ride the it's up to you on how much room you want to give this thing. Do you want to set a trailing stop at the 20 EMA or maybe a trailing stop at the 9 EMA? It's really up to you based on how you want to ride this. You know, your risk is 6 cents, so 6 cents. So maybe you want to do a 2 to 1 ratio, win ratio. I'm sorry, a 2 to 1 risk reward to risk ratio. So maybe you want to take half off at when you're 12 cents above the entry, or maybe you want to take the whole thing off at 12 cents, because then you've got, you risked 6 cents and you won 12, and your reward was 12. So